Hey, it's Rob, and welcome to Axel's Garage. We got another rant for you. About 2 years ago, I bought a commercial auto or commercial truck insurance policy, and I got it from GEICO, and the rate was what I thought at the time reasonable, and it was about $2,200 a year. And on my first renewal, annual renewal, they sent me a letter saying, due to an increase in volume and cost of claims, the company has had to increase the rates we charge in the state of New York. As a result, the premium for your renewal has changed, and it went from $2,200 to about $3,200. It went about $1,000 increase. I was a little annoyed. I was kind of lazy, procrastinated, didn't do anything about it. I did make a phone call, and they said that that's just the way it is. We're raising all our New York rates. I did not have any claims, did not have any accidents, did not have any tickets. Nothing changed on my end. They just decided all their New York commercial auto or commercial truck, commercial vehicle policies they were just going to raise. That's what they wanted to do. And I let it go. So I was at like $3,200. My second renewal is coming up at the beginning of July, and they sent me a letter, and what did the letter say? Due to an increase in the volume, it's the same exact freaking letter, right? Now I'm at $3,800, and that's a year for commercial truck insurance on a truck that I drive about 10 miles a week, and my one-way trip is a mile and a half. It doesn't go anywhere farther than that, which is really ridiculous. So I started shopping around, and I actually was able to get a much better price from every single company I called. But now I'm just going to call GEICO and see if they can do anything about this. Let me find their customer service number, and we'll give them a call.
Thank you for calling GEICO's Business and Commercial Insurance Department. Please listen carefully as our menu options have changed. For GEICO products and services not related to business or commercial insurance, please press 6.
It's the commercial insurance number.
To make a payment on an existing policy or request proof of coverage, please register online at geicocommercial.com or press 1 to speak to an agent. If you are calling to report a commercial claim or have questions about an existing claim, press 2. If you would like a quote on a new commercial policy or want to purchase a policy, press 3. For any other changes or questions on your commercial policy, press 4.
4 it is.
To help us get you to the right place, please have your policy number available and choose from the following menu.
Got it.
For rideshare or on-demand vehicles, press 1. If your policy number begins with a 7, press 2. If your policy number begins with a 9, press 3. All other... I'll get you connected with an insurance expert. GEICO collects personal information to provide insurance services. For more information, view our privacy policy on geico.com or ask our customer service representative. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance.
No, it's being recorded. I should run out of battery. No music?
Thank you for calling GEICO Commercial Insurance. My name is Ryan. I'll be your commercial specialist today. Can I please start off with your policy number?
What was your name?
Ryan.
Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my policy number is 91...
Okay. And can I get your first and last name and date of birth for verification, please?
My first name is Robert.
Where can I help you with today?
I received I'm coming up on my second renewal, and I received a letter in the mail that says that because I'm in the state of New York, you're going to raise my rates.
Okay, let me take a look here for you and see what's going on. Just a second, it gets processed, hold on, I can get you verified.
Okay.
Okay, yes. So I do see here in the notes there is an increase due to an increase in the volume and cost of claims. That the company increased the rates to the state of New York because of that.
You did that last year also. Every year you're raising. I mean, I'm almost double what I started at. Within 2 years, I've never made a claim.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with you or your claims. It's just due to the people around you and the whole, kind of county, basically, is what we did it on. So they have more claims and violations and accidents and things like that in the entire area. So that's why it's increased.
So you're telling me that because I live in New York State, I have to pay a higher rate?
Yeah, it has to do with the area that you live in because there's increased violations and accidents.
Okay, so I haven't had any accidents or violations. So you're telling me I have to pay for other people's accidents and violations? Is that what you're telling me?
Unfortunately, yes, because it's a higher risk in that area.
But
even though you yourself are a good driver and haven't had any issues, the risk to drive in that area is higher because other people have had higher amounts of accidents and violations.
okay, but it says that it's for the state of New York. So is what you're saying? Do you not? Your prices are about double everybody else. Is GEICO saying that they do not want to insure New York State commercial vehicles?
I'm sorry, what was that question?
Well, GEICO's commercial rates are double the industry standard, are you saying that GEICO does not want to insure drivers in New York State?
I mean, no, I would not state that.
You wouldn't? Well, because I got
No, I don't.
I got a 50% increase the first year, and now I got a 25% increase on top of the 50% increase. So I'm at roughly 75% increases, and if you compound it, that's closer to 85%. And I'm no math genius, believe me. So, and there's nothing you could do for me. I drive about 10 miles a week, and you know, there's nothing you could do with regard to my policy.
If everything is the same as it was before, I mean, unless we were to change the coverages or anything like that, there's no other way to lower it. So if you wanted to decrease the liability or something like that, you'd be able to. But other than that, no, there's no other changes that would be able to be made.
Okay. All right. So I understand. So GEICO is penalizing the safe drivers because there's crappy drivers that are insured by GEICO. Because you guys made bad business decisions and insured crappy drivers, you're making your safe drivers pay the price for it. Am I understanding this correctly?
And it's not just GEICO drivers, but it's the driving history in that area as a whole.
No, that's not what it says in the letter. It says due to an increase in the volume and cost of claims, the company. Cost of claims is if somebody has Liberty Mutual, that doesn't affect GEICO's cost of claims or their volume of claims. It's only GEICO's cost of claims and volume of claims. That's specifically what it says in the letter that you sent me. So because GEICO insures bad drivers, you're making the good drivers pay more money, is exactly what you're doing, correct?
I mean, we would also be increasing the coverages and the prices for people that have claims and accidents. It's not like they get off scot-free.
Well, I understand. I understand they're not getting off scot-free, but you're charging your safe drivers more because you chose to insure bad drivers. Correct? I'm not saying the bad drivers are getting off scot-free. Don't misunderstand me. What I'm saying is you're raising the rates on your good drivers because you insure a lot of bad drivers. Is that fair? Is that a fair statement?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure how that works because I'm not part of the underwriting team. I don't know who gets allowed to be insured by us or who doesn't.
Well,
I'm in service, so I don't work in sales. I don't work in underwriting.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
But I honestly do not know how they.
Well, I don't work in sales and underwriting either. And based on the letter that GEICO sent me, that's what it says. That's exactly what it says. So listen, your name is Ryan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ryan, we're going to cancel my policy right now, Ryan, please.
All right, I do want to let you know, I have no problem canceling your policy. However, if you don't have another insurance company or you haven't surrendered your plate, New York can suspend your license and penalize you before you get other insurance.
Ryan, I'm 50 years old. I understand how insurance works. I already have insurance, and I'm paying less than half than I am with GEICO. So why would I keep GEICO?
Okay, then that's fine. I legally have to tell you that if you cancel your insurance, those are the penalties that could arise.
I have a policy in place. I have a policy in place for the vehicle that was insured.
Okay, not a problem. Then I can go ahead and cancel this for you. I do just need to verify your mailing address. And is that the 40?
That's correct.
Okay. And has this policy already started, or are you starting it in a few days, or
The policy,
tomorrow,
the
etc.?
policy started last night at 4:44 p.m.
Okay. All right, so this will take a couple minutes just because you do have that renewal coming up in July. Do you mind if I put you on a brief hold while I go ahead and cancel this policy and cancel your renewal?
No, that's fine. You could put me on a hold.
All right, thank you.
You ever notice customer service, you can't hear them well? There's a lot of noise in the background always. It's never a clear phone call. That's done purposely so that you don't want to stay on the phone with them. It's annoying. It's annoying to be on this end of the phone call. And they do that on purpose. That noise is by design. Ryan, it's clearly a female. I shouldn't make an assumption like that, but it's clearly a female, but her name is Ryan. It's never like a girl with a girly name or a guy with a guy name. It's always some kind of amoeba. It's all by design. It's all by design. It's like a psychological game that customer service of big corporations play with you.
Report a claim on GEICO.com. GEICO.com allows customers to report accident details as
if you look back in my video on Optimum Online customer service, in the third video, I get to speak with the executive customer service. And it's probably like one lady, she works in the executive offices with all the bigwigs, and clear as day, right? Because she's not one really doing customer service calls. She's doing a follow-up in certain circumstances. And it was a regular phone call with a person that had a regular name. But everybody else, it was bullshit. It was the same garbage. It was the same noisy background, crackly.
We appreciate your patience.
It's 2020.
For the delay.
Phone lines are really clear around the world. This is absolutely a by design scam with these big companies. By the way, same coverages, Progressive, $1,400 a year. $3,800, $1,400.
Hello, sir. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you so much for holding. I was able to go ahead and get this policy canceled for you, and I got the renewal canceled. And you will be receiving a refund of $81 since your policy was paid in full. And you should be getting that on your credit card that you've been paying with in about 3 to 5 days.
Okay, 3 to 5 days. Is there any cancellation number or anything like that? Or confirmation number?
There is no cancellation number, but you'll also get paperwork in the mail in about 7 to 10 days as well.
Okay.
Any other questions you have?
Excuse me, I can't make out what you were saying.
Any other questions that you have today?
No, that's it. As long as my renewal's canceled and the current policy's canceled, I'm happy.
Yes, sir. They are both canceled, and I do want to thank you for being a GEICO customer and let you know you're always welcome back.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Have a good rest of your night.
All right, you too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I mean, she was nice enough. Some people are nasty. But that's GEICO. That's GEICO. GEICO does not want to insure people in New York State. And she wouldn't say it. I'm not an underwriter. I'm not in sales. I'm in customer service. Listen, they sent me the letter. It's an increase in volume and the cost of claims to the company, it says. So it's GEICO's increase in claims, cost of claims. It's GEICO's. So GEICO has shitty drivers, and instead of just raising their rates, we're going to raise the good drivers too. Because, why be a good driver if they're just going to raise you anyway? So it's GEICO. GEICO doesn't want to do commercial business in New York State, so screw them. If you got a GEICO policy on a commercial vehicle in New York State, you should shop around. Because I got more than half off for the same coverage with Progressive. I'm not being a Progressive salesman. I just went online, did one of those automated things where you fill in your information, they send it out, and you get a bunch of different quotes from all different insurance companies. That's what I did. GEICO turned out to be, Progressive turned out to be by far the cheapest out of everybody, so I went with them. Everybody else, they were pretty similar, and then GEICO was just through the roof. GEICO is the worst if you're in New York State. I hope that I will never have to resort to using GEICO again. I really do, because it was ridiculous. I'm going to get an 80. Here, it's like the 25th. It's the 25th today. So I canceled on the 25th. June 25th, I canceled. Right? My policy is up on July 4th. That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And I'm going to get an $81 refund. That's how much money I was spending with these savages on insurance. Crazy. I cut my costs in less than half just by making a phone call. So do yourself a favor. No matter what company you have, you should always check on that stuff every couple of years. You should really go through and get a quote from somebody else and make sure that you're paying what you should be paying. I've done that with my personal stuff in the past, and then I called my company up and I said, listen, I got a quote from so-and-so, and they're a little bit cheaper. Can you do anything? And they usually do. I've been with them 30 years, and they usually say, sure. We could discount you a little bit, and they try to keep you business. GEICO, they don't care. They don't care. It's just one of those giant companies that truly doesn't care about their customers, especially if you live in New York. I don't know how people that live elsewhere, GEICO, they're out of GEICO Commercial is out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. I don't know how they treat people in Virginia. I don't know how they treat people in other states, but New York State, they treat you like garbage. Just like everybody else in New York State treats you like garbage, so does GEICO. So that's it. That's my rant for today. It's just irritating that you have to make these customer service calls and go through the stupid menu and that crappy phone call with the crappy reception, all done by design just to screw with the customer. So that's my rant for today. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment if you have a similar experience with GEICO customer service, or anybody for that matter. If you're sick and tired of having to make these phone calls, let me know. I'd love to hear it in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.